What's going on, cats? It's Drone Poison. I'm back at you with a video on how to repair your 03 Indy filter tabs. If you guys are like me, you guys really value that lens that's under there. And you know, I know they're gotten a little bit cheaper now where you can buy the replacement sensors and all that and you don't have to pay the full 108, but that's not the case for the actual case and getting those tabs replaced. The only way that you can do that I know of is to buy a new case, or do what I did, scour the internet until you find an STL file that kind of works, you know. And I took the STL file and I went ahead and altered it. I didn't actually change the file. I didn't want to do that. It wasn't my file to really mess with, but I just went ahead and I modified it, and you guys will see that in this video, so that you can take the press nuts that actually hold the mounting screws and put them in. It didn't have those. It was set up just like to screw into the plastic, and I didn't find that was really the right way to do it, so I fixed it the right way, and it works great. So I hope you guys find some value in it. You know, it's crazy is like 84% of you cats that are watching my videos these days are not subscribed. You guys are nuts. You guys gotta hit that subscribe button. Give me some love, give your boy some love, and help this channel grow. It's been growing pretty good, and I'm grateful for those cats that have liked and subbed and commented. If you find value in this, then I hope that you guys will actually smash that subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell notification so you can get all the notifications and everything Drone Poison related. You guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, I came across some knowledge that I wanted to share with you guys. I had a problem the other day. I was out bashing, and I killed two 03 Indy filter tabs. I crushed a couple Indy filters and basically broke the tabs off so I can no longer run Indy filters, and this is what I ended up with here with the broken tab, as you can see, and that's no good. So today I'm going to show you guys how to repair it. I actually have done one repair on one of my other birds, my Volador, and I just wanted to give you guys some info because it's really hard to find, and I hope somebody can enjoy it. And if you find this video useful or helpful, give it a thumbs up, maybe share it with somebody, and also subscribe. I'd appreciate it. So to get started, we're going to need basically a lipo, TS100 or whatever soldering iron you have. We're going to need a driver and a couple hexes. We got a 1.5, a 2.0. Well, the 2.0 is actually disassembled. You're not going to need the 2.0, I don't think, but the 1.5 is to get the camera screws out from the side, that how it mounts. 2.0 is going to be to take your top plate off, whatever. And you'll need a 000 Phillips and a 0.6 Phillips. I just noticed those two seem to work best for taking out the smaller screws on the actual camera. You're also going to need a pair of pliers, maybe some wire cutters and some tweezers, and a heat gun if necessary, and a power cable for your TS100, and also a drill with a drill bit. It's just numbered 33. It's a 2.85 millimeter. I measured it, and that's what I'm using anyway. So what I did is I went ahead and got online and started researching, and I came across a 3D print that somebody had either scanned or whatnot, but it was designed, and this is what I came up with. It's an actual replacement, and what I did is I stuck it in Cura, and I went ahead and printed it with tree supports. They tell you to print it face down. I didn't like that because it turned out really nasty on the front end. So I went ahead and printed it with the tree supports, and this is what I came up with. They do have some holes here for mounting, but I just didn't find that was sufficient. So what I actually am going to do is drill those out. We're going to go ahead and take our driver and our 000, and we're going to remove these screws on the back side here. We're going to go ahead and remove this camera case, separating it, and we'll reveal the sensor. And we're going to go ahead and take our tweezers. We're going to just pop right here, this little ribbon cable right here, this little guy. We're just going to pop this guy up right here, just like so, and remove that. We'll get this out of the way. And then we've got 4 screws, one here, one here, one here, and one here. We're going to remove those 4 screws to remove the sensor. The hardest part about this replacement is I didn't really like the small holes that they had left there. And these actually have, what you'll see in a minute, is they have press nuts that are pressed in or heated up and put in place. So we're going to go ahead and remove this sensor. You just got to give it a little pull, and there's your sensor. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set that aside. Now what we're left is the case here. And what you can see is that right here we have these little press nuts that are coming through the back here. Okay, so we got press nuts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my TS100, I'm going to heat up those press nuts and pop them right out. And we're just going to put the heat right to them. Put a little bit of pressure down, nothing too much, making sure not to burn yourself. Once they heat up, they'll go pretty easy. There you go. The first time I did it, I actually stuck a nut or a bolt through it and then heated it up and did it. If you're worried about damaging the actual case. Okay, so now that we've got all those out, so we got our press nuts here, and we've got the new case. Okay, so what I'm going to do is these obviously aren't going to fit in there, right? So what I need to do is I need to drill them out. So what I've done is just grab the drill, and we're going to drill them out. I'm going to try to do this at an angle for you guys to see, but it's not rocket science. It's a small little drill hole. Okay. There we go. Now, somebody's probably gonna get on here and I'm sure modify this print so that the holes are bigger, but I didn't have time for all that noise. We'll have the link to the file for you guys in the description, and I'll just upload that to my Google Drive and you guys can pull it off of there. It's not my print, I didn't create it. It was somebody else that did it, and I'm grateful. I kind of vaguely came across the file, so I'm not gonna freaking try to hunt it down again. It was in the middle of the night. So basically, just remove our tree supports. We're gonna clean this up. Gonna trim up all the loose ends here, right? All right, so what I've done is these are my screws here. I'm gonna just pop them out, my camera mount screws. All right, so I just need 2 at a time. I think we'll be fine. Stick that like so, and then you're gonna take your press nut with the the little teeth down and the lip the other way. Alright, so see how they're in there. I'm not gonna like sink them down and tighten them that way, but I'm just kind of putting them in place to hold. I guess we can go ahead and knock all 4 of them out. We'll do that. Make it even a little bit faster pace. So and then what we're going to do is we're just going to actually take the back of them and we're going to heat them up and then press them through the plastic. We're just going to hold it and we're going to put pressure down into the plastic as we're putting heat, and it's going to start to go, and we're just going to set it in there like so, and we'll do that to all of them. And you can always heat these tabs back up with your air gun, your heat gun, and separate them out or in, and you might have to do that. This is not like a perfect exact fit. It's not a perfect science, so you're gonna have to kind of make it work, you know. And our next step is gonna be to put the sensor in and get it set up to go. I've noticed that on this, using the 0.6, it seems to grip these little screws a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just try to pre-start these little screws right here to get them started, so that way when I put the sensor in, things won't be so rough, hopefully. And pull these screws back out. This little task isn't for the faint of heart, guys. You guys have to have a little bit of patience. It's going to take a little bit of time. But I'm telling you, like, there's like no other fix on the internet. And the freaking case, like, you got to buy the camera along with the lens. It's like 180 bucks. So, okay, so this little hoop, it's going to be setting higher on one side than the other. That's going to be the top. The ribbon cable plug, that's going to be the bottom. So, you see, top, bottom. We're going to put this guy in here. And if it doesn't fit right away, we're going to heat up the plastic just a hair, enough to separate those tabs out some to get that camera. It doesn't take much, guys. Does not take much at all. I printed these with PLA. I think that's probably going to be enough. Looks like we're still just don't have enough clearance right there on that guy. Let's see. You want to make sure your lens is sitting in there square too. This one's a little off kilter right now. So I'm going to heat up This side here, right here. Feed them up. Set it in there. There we go. And then we'll kind of just. Oh. There we go. And we're on the right path, guys. So now we're going to get this started. Put our screws back in. All right, everything's nice and snug. And we're going to go ahead and bring the quad back in here. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, not too shabby. And on this plug goes on the bottom. Just line it up, plug it in, and then fit this cover over this bad boy here. And you're going to slide it in like so. And it'll probably have a gap like that where it's not going to fit 110%. And that's when what I do is I heat it up again. These tabs. Heat the camera all the way around. And just press that bad boy in. And you'll see that it's sitting a lot better now. Boom, like so. Hold it for a second. All right. And we're going to go ahead and put our screws on the side back in. And at this point, it's a good idea to check your ND filter, because a lot of times, like with this print, it's not perfect once again, so you'll have to finagle this bad boy on there. Okay, just try to line it up, snap the bottom in, and if the top doesn't want to go, if it's a little bit too tight, what I would do is I would heat the bottom tab up. You can heat them both up, but heat that bottom one up just a hair. Heat them both up a hair, and then kind of just push it down. Ooh, okay. And now that it's like on there, we're gonna put that other one in there. Boom, shakalaka. Snap the bottom in. Snap the top in. She's on there. She's not going nowhere. Pretty much it, guys. That's all she wrote. So now you got your ND filter back on. This is printed out of PLA plus, so it's pretty durable, but you can also manipulate it with some heat. So if it doesn't fit just perfect, you can always heat it up, push it around, and remold it. You know what I mean? So don't get too stressed out about it. But basically, this is the fix. You know, I mean, it's not gonna be absolutely freaking perfect brand new, But I mean, it works, you know. Maybe even a little bit too well.